will destroy it and build it back in 5 years. We will destroy it and build it back in 5 years. Those are the words from the Rise United WhatsApp group, headed by Mark Golden, who was the Rise United campaign director or chairman, Peter Bunting, Garnet Roper, Dayton Campbell, Angela Brown Burke. We're just using those for now because there were many more. But just for now, we're using those. We will destroy it and build it back in 5 years. That was their plan in that WhatsApp group. And they had many people backing them up. Some MPs, headed by Bobby Pickersgill, Butch Harscott, Michael Stewart, Colin Fagan, Fenton Ferguson, with Dayton Campbell and Ian Hills, and Luther Buchanan was a part of it too. All of them with that plan to destroy the People's National Party and build it back. And this is where I'm going to start this video to tell you what they are doing now to seize power in an attempt to destroy Jamaica, to give them power. I want to tell you who and what is their focus. Mark Golden is in the diaspora. He is there in his capacity as opposition leader from Jamaica, president of the Rise United group within the PNP, and husband to Sandra. Is him and Sandra alone there? I'm going to talk about what the next step of their plan is. Hello everyone, Karen Cecilia here. Thank you for tuning into the channel. I appreciate your support, I do. Please subscribe if you have not yet done so. Like, share, keep the comments coming. You know we love the comments. And, give a thumbs up. And if you feel like it is worth listening to, then share it with somebody you know. All right? We don't know what Mark Golden's agenda is in the diaspora. Or at least, we're not sure. At least we're not sure what his agenda is. He went alone with his wife. It appears that it's just him and Sandra and maybe the little Frowsy one where I do the videos and the pictures from Papi there. He did not take any of his senior people with him. No, man. He left the foreign spokes. He left the pedophile. He left all his key people. This look like a little thing with him and Sandra to send him on his own to go start something. If you will allow me a few minutes of your time, I want to take you back in time for a bit, just a little bit, lest we forget. Before Mark Golden left, there was an ad circulating, and I'm going to find it and share it with you on this video, circulating around social media, promoting a bloggers' protest slated to take place in front of a Jamaican consulate in New York City. This Friday. This Friday would be the 10th or thereabouts, I think. But there's this little thing circulating that there's going to be a bloggers' protest or Jamaicans protesting in front of the Jamaican consulate in New York City. We understood from it that Mark Golden was going to join them in that protest. That is basically what they were saying. There were some things put out that Mark is going to Florida and him going to diaspora tour and him going to protest. And I think in one of my videos I said I hope them lock him ass up and haul him off to court and handcuff him and haul him off to jail. So we understood that he was going to join them. This social media group that are staging the protest are all known paid bloggers from the Rise United camp, employed by Mark Golden for specific reasons. They have been very vocal. But you know, people listen to them, nobody don't believe anything them say. And we know that from the local government election results. That result tell us a whole heap of things. This protest that they are planning is designed to disrupt Jamaica's economy. That's the purpose of it, to disrupt the Jamaican economy. And Mark Golding is going to take part in it. Angela's blank shots at the plane saga was the opportunity to begin this whole thing of expressing and promoting anti-Jamaican sentiments in the diaspora. And the plane saga presented them with an early opportunity, which is why she came out the way she did. Let me take you back, as I said, to what they did to the PMP. Destroy it to gain power. From around 2015, Bunting started making his move and making his plans as to how he's going to take power. He surmised that the only way to take power is start by destroying the PMP from inside. And he got some people to help him. The Bobby Pickers Gills, the Colin Fagan, the Fenton Ferguson, Ian and Dayton, who were members of parliament at the time, Michael Stewart, a whole host of them, Butch Ascot, a whole host of them joined him to help him destroy the PMP from inside for him to gain power. At the 2016 conference, when we had the vice presidential race, and I think Comrade Blight run against Portia, I think it was, yes, it put up and thing. Bunting employed a series of young people who was out there at the national arena with paper and clipboard, walking around talking to PMP delegates and PMP people in the conference. I think I told you this already, but I want to repeat it because me run them way. Because me and my little crew, we run them way. And we did threaten them. That was a bad thing, but we did it. Yeah? And we run them way. And most of them left, and some of them just go lead up in one corner with them clipboard and them paper. They destroyed the PMP to gain power. And they are now beginning to put the plan in place to do the same thing to Jamaica. And those of you who snickering and think it can be done, or clearly don't know nothing about world history. Those of you who think that this is some kind of side thing and no, or clearly have not followed world politics and don't know history. So they could take that stance. Huh? These are the people that some of you want to give the keys of this country to. Angela Brown Burke and Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell down at East Westmoreland, asking the Eastern Westmoreland PMP people them to give him power, knowing full well what they did and how they plan to take power in this country. Them start with them fake poll, which was intended to give Mark the boost to send him out, and then them going to ramp it up with the protest in the diaspora. And these are the people that you want to give power to. These protests and Angela's performance of misinformation and the lies and the lack of decorum and all that she was saying are the skeleton version of their intent. They desperately want power. And after we rubbish their dishonest fake poll done by the dishonest Dan Anderson, their desperation became more wanting to have control of Jamaica, and they feel they have to ramp it up. Now what I'm telling you is not mystery. What I'm telling you is what they have done before, and that was great practice. They did it to gain power of the PMP, and some of you listening to this gave them that power and still want to give them more power because they have convinced you that when them get power, you will be a part of the power too. And this is what they did. And they are desperate. But desperation is a way to make you make you do things that pushes you further away from your agenda or your goals. Because when you're desperate and things start not looking like it working out, you start wanting to do things, which leads them now to one, Angela's performance in the plane fiasco, and two, Mark's foray into the backwoods of Florida, down in Florida swamplands, in this one-star restaurant, telling stories about when he met Sandra and how he met Sandra, and can't keep those stories straight. We over here in the Resistance had a war room discussion about the whole thing when we saw that little piece of thing that they sent out advertising what they are going to do. We concluded a few things, and I want to share those few things with you, which we never intended to share with you right away. We were watching them to see what they are doing, but for some reason, something hit me, and I said, and like I said to myself, Karen, Cecilia, you better do this now, because you have to do this now. It's urgent to do it now, and I don't like the urgent things. I like time and consideration and think about how things going to look and how to play, and I like that information and all of that. But it's urgent. It's urgent because our lives and our livelihood depends on it. All of us. Me and Uno. All of Uno. When Angela Bromberg came out to play catch up to a story that she only knew about it when the rest of us did. She is a foreign spokes for Rise United inside the PMP. And she only knew about this whole playing thing when the rest of us knew on social media, which means nobody not tell them nothing. Nobody not share nothing with them. Because them can't be trusted. This is a spokesperson for international and diplomatic affairs for the Rise United camp inside the PMP. A major event that could have proven to have serious implications for the government and possibly a serious blow to our standing in the world, this whole plane fiasco. And she knew about it when the rest of us did. She may even have gotten the information from social media. And then she came out in public, dressed like a Nigerian hooker, with that sourpuss face that she have, that totally roils everybody the wrong way. Every time people see her, that she just rub them the wrong way. Every time she open her mouth, she rub people the wrong way. Her lack of self-awareness about how she comes across and rub people the wrong way, it shows that her wickedness and her thirst for power will not deter her from that, from her power goals. She's so self-unaware of how she comes across and how she riles people and how people don't really want to hear her speak and they don't want to see her on them television or on them social media platform. Them don't want to see her. Them wish she just stay in the background like she did during the local government elections. But that will not deter her because her thirst for power has been a long journey, and that will not deter her from that power goals. And once she opens that mouth of hers, Jesus help us. The way she came out and the immediate disinformation she started with was intentional and purposeful. She had a plan, and that plan lines up with the protests by Mark Golding and his paid bloggers with the support and participation of their leader of opposition. Yes, the plan is, as of now, as of from then, before he left here, was for him to join them. I kid you not. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. The leader of the opposition in Jamaica, on foreign soil, protesting against the country that he wants to lead. You met that sink in for just 10 seconds. The leader in King Charles III's parliament, the opposition leader in King Charles III parliament, on foreign soil, protesting against the country that he wants to lead. Do you know the immediate impact that such a thing could have on Jamaica and on our individual lives? Because someone don't want to think about Jamaica because we don't have no patriotism, you know. Someone don't think about what Mark go, how much power they get, and so they think. I'm here to tell you this again, but we're not going to get nothing. But I want to reach all of you by making this about you, not about me. Because you don't want to make it about Jamaica, make it about you. This immediate impact that such a thing could have, not only on Jamaica, but on our individual lives, is mind-boggling. This anti-Jamaican stance. Anti-Jamaican stance that will create suspicion and discontent with our international partners. It will question Jamaica's stability and commitment to democratic ideals and principles as our governing mantra. It will create anxiety when you, the Jamaican people, will not understand when it becomes difficult for you to get our money through Western Union from the people abroad. You will not understand it when suddenly Western Union tell you and MoneyGram tell you, ask you to not only bring your ID, but they're going to need your passport, your voter ID, your TRN, they're going to need your rent receipt, your land title, your food handler's permit, your birth certificate, your mother's birth certificate, your son or daughter or cousin or niece who send the money, they're going to need their birth certificate too. Should this kind of thing take place and put Jamaica in a position where the world is cautious of us? You laugh it off, man, but you laugh it off at your own risk. I bet none of you can tell me that you never anticipate all that you will need right now to collect money from Western Union or MoneyGram. You, the Jamaican voters, you, all of you cannot allow these people to bamboozle you into giving them power. Think about what the opposition leader in King Charles Parliament in Jamaica, on foreign soil, protesting against government of Jamaica and our Jamaican institution, basically saying to people, don't trust Jamaica. Think about it. You in the tourism sector, think about it. Tourists start thinking there's going to be a coup, so they're not coming. International financial institutions start looking at us funny. Some of them will start asking back for their money. Some of them are going to ask for the title of Jamaica, just in case we can't pay them back. Them just come take Jamaica. When you think about that, a big part of the responsibility of the opposition in King Charles III Parliament, a big part of it, is to hold government accountable. That is what the opposition should do. Primarily, that's their job as opposition in the Parliament headed by King Charles III. And they can do that through various means and actions. Protest is one such action that they can employ. In Jamaica, the last time Mark Golding and the Rise United Party staged a series of protests in this country, I think it was in either February or March last year, they staged a series of protests across the country about MPs and other public sector entities increasing salary. They were protesting about the postponement of the local government election, and I'm going to take the government to court. And they added to that the mismanagement of the economy in a broad sense. Now, those were very poorly attended and very poorly organized protests that had zero impact on the electorate. Clearly, the electorate was listening to them about what they're talking about. And that again was evident in the results of the just recently concluded local government election. Around the same time, the Jamaican teachers also staged a protest. And Mark Golding tried to participate in that, and the teachers asked him, where am I go? I want you, yes, so where I go? So now, unable to organize an effective protest in Jamaica, unable to mobilize the PNP base or the Rise United base inside the PNP to protest the government, Mark Golding, the leader of the opposition Rise United Party inside the PNP, is taking his act on the world stage with one simple intent: to disrupt the Jamaican economy. To disrupt the Jamaican economy, to gain power. To gain power. That is his intent. He can't get the traction here. He can't organize a protest here where a whole lot of people going to show up and say, yeah, I could get rid of them, I could vote them out. He can't do it. And nobody don't believe him. 21% according to him fake poll where the Dan do is 21% of Jamaican people say they want him to be prime minister. 79% according to him Dan say that them don't want him to be prime minister. So even with them fake poll, the Jamaican people who them interview say we don't want him to be the prime minister. And him want to take his clown show on the international stage, compete with all them clowns, all them bloggers, and we're going to put the thing in so you can see them because you will know who they are. Can't bother waste my time call them name. They're not important to me for call them name. And if they've got on to New York in front of the consulate, go stage that protest, they will find out just how far I am willing to go. Because some of them live in the US and some of them live in Canada. They will find out in very short order just how far I'm willing to go when them go down there, go protest. Their target audience is the international community. Can you imagine? Man seek power to rule a country. Him can't get the attention of the people who need to vote to give him that power. So him think to himself now that hear this. And this is Bunting and Mark Golding cooking up, Yeah, man. Angela not that smart. Neither is Dayton Campbell. This is Mark and Bunting because it's them cook up the whole takeover at the PMP. It's the two of them. Them two. Him can't organize the Jamaican people for come protest. So his target audience now is the international community. What they are seeking to do by targeting the international community to bring Jamaica into focus so the international community can start take a look at Jamaica, to say things, give out misinformation, tear down and bring down our institutions. You can't go on foreign soil when you're seeking power to tear down your government because you might not have voted for them, but them are the government. And Mark, you helped vote for that government because you vote for Delroy Chuck. Mark voted for Delroy Chuck. He can't dispute that with me. He voted for Delroy Chuck. He has been voting for Delroy Chuck from Delroy Chuck, the Northeast, St. Andrew. So I feel government too. But it's all of us government. Yeah, we never vote for Mr. Owens. We never vote for Mr. Nigel Clark. We never vote for all of them. But our government. Unless uno go Washington go negotiate the things them. Unless uno go to Britain go talk about the things them. Unless uno go across the world go do all the things them. Our government. The end, what they are seeking is to upend our financial stability, to pour doubts on our government and our institution, and to Jamaica and to damage Jamaica, all in the name of the pursuit of power. Their intention? No, their intention is clear. Their intention is to build a screen, to create the illusion that all our institutions are corrupt, to pour gasoline on the financial institution, to pour gasoline on the management of the country, which them can't convince somebody in the country about, but them go up on foreign soil go do it. So they want to create that illusion that all our institutions are corrupt, that our government cannot be trusted, and because everyone in Jamaica knows it's a power play, nobody's listening to them. So they can't do it at Jamaica. So they go up on foreign soil go do it. Because foreign soil will pay attention. Local foreign news will pick it up. But nobody now listen to them at Jamaica. So they are going on international soil with their bloggers. to create this screen and to embarrass our country. I want to know if we're not going to sit by and make them do that. Because me, oh no, me not sit by and make them do it. To do that, do you realize, you Jamaican voters and people who are listening, that something like that would end the simplest, it would upend, end up being the simplest and the minute of details in our daily lives? Yeah, man, something like that can just upend the simplest things that we take for granted every day. Like you talk up the phone and you say, yo, bro, you want to see nothing now go on here today, no? Where you say the weekend I look salt, man, tell you some big something, no? All right, my brethren, me I send 2 minutes come give you. And then you go down to Western Union or you go to MoneyGram or in one of the grams or unions. And them tell you, you need a land title. And your food handler's permit. You need your NHT card or your NIS card to collect the $200. And poor you, never had any NIS card. You never know which part of the place there to get a food handler's permit. These kind of things can upend our daily lives in very simple and minute details that we don't pay attention to. And some of you are buying into the treachery. When you call these people and say, nothing now go on, is want money to pay the light bill. You want to see them cut off the light bill out of the ice cream shop. Believe me when I tell you, that happened to me all the time. When them cut off the light bill out of the ice cream shop, I'm going to make a call. Guys, the light cut off. Yeah. And then the Western Union and the MoneyGram and all of the unions and the grams them that provide a little money to pay back the light bill or to buy the Sunday dinner or to help out. Anything at all. Becomes difficult because of what Mark Golding plan to do. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting plan, what they plan to do to upend the simplest things in our lives. And I, for one, me not like that. That don't make me feel good and comfortable. I like my comfort. Like the comfort of my yard and knowing that at Jamaica me there. Where if not now go on, me can send down the shop down the road, go trust something. At Jamaica we there. Where the landlord, where you hold the landlord 8-9 months worth of rent. And every time him see him ask you what go on here, tell him say nothing now go on and can't put you out. At Jamaica we there. But this action proposed by Mark Golding and Peter Bunting could upend the simplest of things in our own life. And if they are successful in doing this, do you believe that any of you would be immune? Do you believe that any of you, all you risers, the bloggers them, everybody will buy into them treachery? Where they pan Marky G, where they pan with leader, all on. If they are successful in doing what they plan on doing, do you think that you will be immune from the ricochet of this? Yeah? Because it's going to ricochet back on all of us. Every single one of us is going to feel it. Whatever it is that they're planning to do. So let me close with this. The leader of the opposition is planning to join a protest on foreign soil with bloggers that he is paying, bloggers that are publicly supporting him to go protest in front of the Jamaican consulate in New York City. So I'm saying now to Mr. Holness and Miss Johnson Smith, Mrs. Johnson Smith, and Mr. Chang, we need to get on act together down in New York. We need to alert the 2 senators in New York who are friendly to Jamaica, who like Jamaica. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Alert on the senators them down there. Or they need to touch base with the New York mayor. I don't like him much, Eric, whatever his name is. But according to the black Jamaicans them down there are some Jamaicans down in New York who, from time to time, they are able to call the mayor's office and get things done I have one friend who she and when named Bloomberg was very close. It was a night Bloomberg called her back after she left the message and sort out things for her. So Eric, whatever his name is, I don't remember his last name. He's not a bad mayor for many Jamaicans down here, but the government here only need to get some things in place to make sure them handcuff Mark Golding, handcuff him and put it on video, so handcuff him and haul him ass off to a jail. If him go down to New York City or go on any foreign soil, go create any mischief with his anti-Jamaica semantics and all kind of excitement because him want power. Make them lock him ass up. And all on the bloggers, I'm just biding time for so on, you know. Trust me. I'm just biding my time to see what I'm up to. So Jamaican people, PMP people, JLP people, no P people, and they need to come out and call out these people for what they plan on doing to tear down our country. And I am going to include in this video a message from what's his name again? Nelson, from a Dr. Nelson guy, Clovis Nelson, I believe his name is. He did a thing on one of his social media platform calling on us Jamaicans not to support these only anti-Jamaica sentiments being expressed by some paid bloggers and some people that Mark Golding have organized to say these things. The people them in the diaspora were calling on good comments like Melvert and Newell to gather people together and burn them out. Because a fool place them a come if them reach after this. So, this is just an iceberg of what their plans are. This is the tip of the iceberg. Sorry, of what their plans are. We could see what them going to do come Friday, and then we can talk about the rest of it. I hope everybody is good. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you for listening to my rant. Stay safe and keep the children safe.
I am Dr. Clovis B. Nelson, encouraging all Jamaicans home and abroad to unite in vigilance in the face of actions which are not in the interest of our country. We stand at a critical juncture in our nation's history. A small but vocal group of individuals in the diaspora seeks to discredit our beloved country on the international stage. Through misinformation, along with misleading and inaccurate narratives, it appears they aim to undermine our government and hinder our progress. We must not let them succeed. As one people, we must stand vigilant against actions which are not in the interest of Jamaica. Let us unite, fellow Jamaicans, to protect brand Jamaica against forces of division and misinformation. Let us celebrate our achievements and continue to work together towards a brighter future for Jamaica. Please do not support anything that in the end will only serve to hurt brand Jamaica.